Peace and love, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Sheldon and I help people ascend their consciousness and discover the path to enlightenment. Now, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. It is gorgeous outside. Once again, the birds are chirping. I'm enjoying life. We're having fun. And I'm sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of healing, a lot of positive energy once again. And I hope you guys are feeling all that and spreading that as well. So welcome back to the Great Awakening series, and today I'm going to talk about how to let go of your egoic identity. And I think the trick in order to let go of your ego is to be aware of the difference between the ego and the true authentic self. So the ego is something that always wants you to fail. It always is going to hold you back. You know, it's always going to tell you that everything that you're seeing or everything that you're feeling is a coincidence. And it's just designed to be a block, right? So we need to become aware of, you know, when it's our ego that's coming out and when our true nature is trying to, you know, take place. And this can be very difficult. So when I was going through my awakening, I started realizing that, you know, this person, this Sheldon Thompson person, you know, isn't my true nature. It's just a temporary, you know, mask. I'm a temporary being living an infinite spiritual experience, right? So it was very tough for me to start identifying what was my ego and what was the soul, essentially, right? But I started realizing along my journey that the ego was always trying to pull me back. The ego was always trying to tell me that, you know, you can't do this or you can't do that. And the soul always understands that there is no limits in life, that anything is possible, that you can do literally whatever you set your mind to. So we always have to keep this in mind. We always have to, you know, be conscious and distinguish between the both, because one is really trying to hold you back and one is trying to help you excel. So we need to start to polarize and gravitate towards, obviously, the positive side of things. Now, the ego has served people for a very long time. It's served people when it comes to financial, women, men, whatever it might be. It has served people, but moving forward, the ego will not serve anymore, because we're stepping into a new age. We're stepping out of this third dimensional, third density age, which is all about, you know, selfishness and greed and anger and all that. We're starting to step into a golden age of love and peace and harmony, and the ego does not serve there. So in order to raise our vibrations and step into this age, we need to let go of the ego identity. We need to let go of that egoic mind, right? So the trick is to become aware of both and to really distinguish between when one's coming out and when the other is coming out. And I've got this almost mastered in my life. It's very, very difficult to get there, but I think that the biggest thing is to become conscious in every moment. Is just to be conscious of, you know, am I saying this, or is my ego saying this, or is my ego telling me this, or, you know, is my soul telling me this, right? So all day this is a battle because, you know, the ego is always trying to pull you back. You know, I know in my heart and in my soul that I can do whatever I want. I know that there is no limits in life, that I can accomplish absolutely everything. I know that I'm going to help the world. You know, I know that all the goals that I've set are going to come into fruition. They're going to be manifested. They are manifested, right? So, but the ego is always trying to, you know, pull back and tell you that you can't do certain things, right? So you guys need to become aware and understand that, you know, if you're seeing synchronicities, if you're seeing, you know, these crazy patterns happening in your life out of nowhere because you're going through this awakening, and the ego is trying to tell you that, you know, this is all happening, it's just a coincidence, you know, ignore it. None of this is real, right? That's the that's the balance of things. I talked about this yesterday. I talked about how everything is duality, everything is balance. So you have, the ego, and you have the true authentic self. That's the balance of things, right? So it's just designed. It's a perfect design from, source, and it's perfect because you have the authentic choice to choose your polarity, to choose what you're going to go with. Are you going to continue serving your ego, or are you going to continue serving your soul? Right? And I'm telling you right now, guys, if you continue serving your soul, it is going to bring you to the highest and greatest good. It's going to bring you to your highest and greatest good. It's going to bring you to your true nature. It's going to bring you to where you are supposed to be in life, right? It's going to bring you to the most beautiful places that you could ever imagine. And it's all because you started following your heart, right? So we need to start following our heart and not our mind. For the most part, think with your heart, and think in your heart space, and visualize through your heart, and understand that everything that you do, you need to look at it like, is this coming from my heart or is this coming from my head? Right? That's how you can really distinguish between both, because your thoughts are always racing. Your thoughts are always questioning whether or not you're doing the right things, right? But if you follow your heart, then you know that you're doing the right things, because your heart is guiding you to the perfect place. Your heart can be more attached to the soul than the mind can, right? I'm not saying your mind isn't a very powerful tool. I use it every single day, but for a lot of people, the mind is a weapon, and we need to turn that into a resource for ourselves. And the only way we can do that is if we start identifying between the ego and the soul. So all these thoughts that you're having, they're not even coming from your true nature, right? So we need to become an observer of those thoughts and understand where they're coming from. And you don't have to judge them or anything, but you can just sit there and observe and understand. And in turn, you can start to shut off certain emotions that go with that. But I think it is extremely important for you guys just to identify, to be conscious in every moment, right? Understand where that thought is coming from. And if you follow your heart, it's going to bring you to the most beautiful places in life, right? So the whole point of letting go your ego is to step into your true nature. Because once you step into your true nature, then you step into your true destiny, and you step into alignment with your true authentic self. And right now, we're in a very beautiful time, because there is a shift happening. There is a shift in consciousness. The earth is shifting consciousness. This is the first time this has ever happened. And it's going to take the souls that are vibrating on the same frequency with it to the golden age. And the other ones are going to be left behind in this dark age that is controlled and manipulated, right? So we want to take as many people with us as possible. And the only way that is possible if we start to vibrate higher and lead with the heart space. And once we lead with the heart space, then we will ascend our consciousness, and we will start to step into this golden age. But we have to stop identifying with our egoic self, and start identifying with the inner world, right? So that person that you see in the mirror is just a mask. Think about the inside. Change the interior in order to see a change in the exterior, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, press that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, we'll part ways. So peace, love, and have a glorious day.